Hello everyone, let's talk about our quiz. Real quick, we'll run through what we've got to do. You've got some piecewise functions you need to be able to evaluate. You need to be able to tell me how to do domain and range and interval notation. And then we've been doing some exponential growth problems. And for the quiz, you need to be able to model. That's what I want to see is, can you create the models? So first thing, let's do some piecewise functions. First, it says f of -8. So what you do is you look where the x value is -8, and what I want to know is what's the y value. So -8, it looks like the y value is -5, so that means this is -5. You're looking for the y value when the x is given to you. -4, ooh, jump discontinuity. Okay, so at -4, there are two different ones, and what you need to realize is that the closed circle wins. This is the inclusive point. At -4, the y value is -2. I don't care about this one. That's an open circle. So this is -2. Closed circle wins. You should never have a closed circle on top of another closed circle. If you do, something's wrong. That's not a function. But here, this works, and when you evaluate -4, you get -2. F of 0. When x is 0, the y coordinate is 2. So f of 0 is 2. And the last one, f of 3, that's right here. When x is 3, that's at -7. So the y value is -7. That's supposed to be a comma, but it looks like another minus. There you go. Okay, so that's graphically. And you guys had a homework assignment over graphically. And now we will do it evaluating given the function, using the function rule. So -3, first thing you need to decide is -3 fit into this piece. Is -3 less than or equal to 1? Yes. Now, let's just make sure. Is -3 between 1 and 4? No. Is -3 greater than 4? No. This is the only piece it should fit in. Okay, there's only one piece that any of these should fit in. So that means we're using this rule. So 5 times -3 minus 2, -15 minus 2 is -17. So the first one is -17. F of 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 1? Yes, it's equal to 1. Is 1 greater than 1? No, it doesn't fit there. That's the difference. This is a closed circle on the top and an open circle down here. So again, we're using this rule. 5 times 1 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is -3. Okay, there's the second one. F of 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 1? No, we're not using this piece anymore. Is 2 between 1 and 4? Yes. So we're using this piece. The opposite of 2 minus 1 squared plus 1, the opposite of 1 squared plus 1 is, the opposite of 1 plus 1 is 0. So this one comes out to be 0. Okay, kind of tricky with the signs, but you can plug that straight into your calculator. If you've got your calculator to help you, just as a reminder, plug that in. The opposite of 2 minus 1 squared plus 1 is 0. Good. All right. One more. Try 6. Is 6 less than or equal to 1? No. Is 6 between 1 and 4? No. Is 6 greater than or equal to 4? Yes. Plug it in here. 3 halves of 6 minus 13. So when you're multiplying fractions, 3 times 6 is 18. 18 divided by 2 now is 9. 9 minus 13 is -4. Trying to do it without a calculator. You want to do it with a calculator. 3 halves of 6 minus 13. You get -4. Okay, cool. Oh, I can't see it though. My head's in the way. Nope. Oh, there you go. All right, got it. Okay. Domain and range. So domain is x values. You're looking left to right. So left to right. Smallest x value is -9, and the largest x value was +11. So that's -9 to 11. Now, the endpoints matter. This is an open circle, so we use parentheses, and this is a closed circle, so we use brackets. Now, the range is the same idea, but we are working bottom to top. So let's look at it. Let's see. The smallest y value is -3, and that is inclusive. It's hitting that point, so we use a bracket. And then it goes up here and also hits up there at 8. And again, closed circle or just leaving it as a straight segment is 8. Okay, it's inclusive. It's not an open circle on there. This relation is a set of closed circles, if it helps to think about that way. If there's nothing there, it's implied to be a closed circle. One more, domain, -8 to 11. -8 to 11, and since they're both open circles, they're both parentheses. And then when we look for the range, we go like this. You got to be careful. The smallest y value is -1, and the biggest is 4. And since they are not open circles, that means they are implied to be closed circles, so we use brackets. Okay. It'd be really obvious that you mean brackets and not parentheses there. All right, so that's domain and range. What else? So creating some models. We're going to create some models and determine the balance. So we've got an equation right there we're going to use. You're starting with $1,500, 1 plus. Now remember, 6% is 0.06. And if you're doing something annually, you're doing it once a year. Now, if you get, does it tell us how many years we don't have? We're just going to create the model. So it doesn't tell us to actually determine it. We can't do that. Let's just say it's t. So whatever time, I would do t times 1. Okay, because it's once a year for t years. Semi-annually, I would do 1,500, 1 plus 0.06 over 2, but it's each year you have to double because you do it twice a year. So if you did it for 10 years, 2 times 10 is 20. You do it twice a year for 10 years. And then monthly, we would say 1,500, 1 plus 0.06 again, but there are 12 months in a year, and you would say 12 times however many years you would actually model it for. I didn't give you the amount of years, so you can't actually figure out the balance. All right, what if it depreciates? So depreciation, it's the model right here. You're doing the same thing, but it's over 1 every time because we just depreciate annually. So we say $20,000, 1 minus 0.09. Remember, we moved the decimal twice. And if it's for 5 years, well, you could put t there. That would be the model. But for 5 years, we plug in 5. So 20,000. 1 minus 0.09, and if it's 5 years to the 5th, 1240.64. 1240, oh wait, I missed something. 12480.64. 12480.64. Okay. So what that means is you had a $20,000 car, you bought it, you drove it around for 5 years, you decide to sell it, you're going to get $12,000 for it. It's a used car, it depreciates, its value decreases. Last thing, compounding continuously. If you're compounding continuously, you're using this PERT formula, PE to the RT. So it's very similar. You start with $12,000 in this problem. That's too many zeros. But then you use E, Euler's number. The interest rate is 0.015. Move the decimal twice. And then we're doing this for 7 years. So 12,000 E to the 0.015 times 7 is 13328.53. 13328.53. So $13,328. So you started with, oh wait, it's losing? Okay, I gotta make it negative. I gotta redo this. It's minus. Let's change it. I was gonna say that's making money. If it's losing money, we gotta make it negative. So insert a minus sign. There we go. All right. So that makes more sense. $10,803.89. $10,803.89. So because it says losing, you make the negative. It's not going to be worth more. It's worth less. Not a ton less, but you had $12,000. Now you have just under $11,000. Okay. So you do need to, I will give you the formulas. You can use either this guy or this guy for growth and decay. And then if it's continuous, you use PE to the RT. I'll give you the formulas, but you need to know how to plug them in, and you need to know how to use your calculator. So that's it for the quiz. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe.